After months of campaigning, the Maine gubernatorial race has come to an end at the long-awaited 2010 Election Day. Students at the University of Maine in Orono trickled into the polling station on campus to cast their votes. Voter protection attorney Jesse Boyd shared his expectations for the day.
Well, it's an off-year election, but the media has been following it so intently this year that I think we should have a pretty good turnout. So far, it's been very good for an off-term election, but the day is early.
Third-year student Kylie Keene was one of the many students who turned out to vote.
It's becoming increasingly important for our generation to engage in voting activities. We can no longer be the generation that sits by and is indifferent to what happens in our world. It's our world and we need to start taking responsibility for it.
While some students confidently approached the polling station, others weren't so sure about who to vote for or if their votes really mattered.
Governor, oh man, I'm not actually entirely sure, and it's kind of how I vote in general, because I sort of go and I wing it and I just kind of make the decision then.
I don't even know if I'm voting yet. I haven't really decided, and I'm not really big in any of the issues or any of the candidates.
I just don't think it'll impact me as much at this point in my life.
According to fourth-year student Jason Pote, this lack of communication between candidates and young voters may be due to the candidates' efforts falling on deaf ears. All of the gubernatorial candidates have Facebook or Twitter pages to grab young voters' attention, but many students claim they couldn't make much time to do the research. Candidates for Orono's seat in the State House of Representatives, Zach Jackman and Representative Emily Kane, expressed their concerns of voter turnouts.
That's always my biggest concern on Election Day, is people who care, who don't take the time or don't connect with the idea of voting as a way to deal with their frustration and their ideas. So I always worry about the people who don't show up to the polls.
My biggest concern is that people will feel like their vote doesn't matter, and they will choose to not show up because either they feel that polling has shown that their vote isn't going to matter in the long run, and they might not show up, and that might not show a true representation of what basically people think.
At the end of the day, the university polling station saw 623 campus resident voters. The other polling stations in Orono saw a combined total of 6,664 Maine citizens throughout the day. Across the state of Maine, over 500,000 people voted, resulting in the election of Paul LePage as governor. Students at UMaine are generally not surprised by this news. Some welcome the governance of LePage, while other students have their apprehensions about the resulting future of Maine.
But look at healthcare, look at student loan reform. Two big things happened in the last Congress. Well, Republicans say they want to repeal the bill. They're essentially running a campaign saying they want to discriminate against folks with pre-existing conditions.
I'm excited, especially since the Maine House and the Maine Senate both went Republican. It means there's going to be a lot of change, which the state needs.
I'll be very upset and I'll be very scared, but I leave for the Peace Corps in 7 months, so it's on you guys. I'm out.